Breakfast of a foodie vlogger. The first meal I made in my breakfast was avocado toast. The first thing I did when making my avocado toast was slightly toast the bread, then add some mayonnaise onto the toast. The next thing I did was cut my avocado. I did this by cutting it in half and removing the pit, then placing slices of avocado onto the toast as evenly distributed as possible. The next thing I did was prepare the tomato. I washed this before using because it's always important to wash your fruits. So I simply sliced the tomato into thin slices, then applied them to my toast. After placing the tomatoes on the toast, I added some salt and pepper to give it extra flavor. This is the avocado toast all completed. When comparing it to my plate, this meal contains your grains and your fruits, the bread being your grains and the avocado and tomato being your fruits. Out of the 6 essential nutrients, this contains your fats, your carbohydrates, your vitamins, your minerals, and your protein. The last one would be water, which it would contain if you drink water with this meal. The measurements when preparing this would be half an avocado, 1 tomato, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, about a tablespoon of mayonnaise, and 1 slice of bread. The next meal choice I chose to prepare was a yogurt parfait. The first thing I did when preparing my yogurt parfait was cutting freshly washed strawberries. I simply did this by cutting them into small slices that would fit easily into my cup. The next fruit I wanted to be in this parfait was fresh blueberries. So again, I just took the blueberries and placed them into an easier bowl for access. After I had my fruits ready, I wanted to start by grabbing my yogurt. I just mixed it a little bit and then put it at the bottom of my cup. I then added my strawberries and blueberries layered on top of that, and then I added granola. I kept on layering these until I got to the very top of the cup. This was my yogurt parfait all completed. When comparing it to my plate, this has your dairy and fruits, the yogurt being the dairy and the strawberries and blueberries being the fruits. From the 6 essential nutrients, the fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, water, and protein, it contains all of them if you drink water with this meal. The ingredients for making this was some yogurt, 2 strawberries, a handful of blueberries, and some granola. The last item I wanted to add into this breakfast meal was an egg omelet. To begin on my omelet, I cracked 2 eggs into a bowl and just stirred those together till they were fully combined. I then wanted to add some tomato to my omelet, so again, I washed it before using and cut it into little slices to add in the side of my omelet. The next thing I wanted to do when preparing my egg omelet was make sure the pan was preheated. I then added in the butter and waited till it was completely melted to add in my egg. I then waited for my egg to completely be cooked, then I added the rest of my ingredients. Here you can see my egg was cooked the majority, and so I added in my cheese, spinach, salt, pepper, and tomatoes, and flipped it and cooked it just a little while longer. I didn't want to stop there, so I used the other half of the avocado from the avocado toast, and I simply put that on top of the omelet just for some extra flavor. Here's the omelet all completed. When comparing it to the My Plate, the omelet contains vegetables, proteins, and fruit. The spinach being the vegetables, the egg being the protein, and the tomato again being the fruit. The 6 essential nutrients, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, protein, and water are all included if you drink water with this meal. Here's the final product. Unfortunately, the avocado toast is not added here because it was eaten. Another important skill when eating your own food is knowing how to read a nutrition label. This is the one I used for my yogurt in my yogurt parfait. When looking at the top under nutrition facts, you can see the servings per container. This one says 5 with 6 ounces per serving size. Looking right below that in amounts per serving, you can see that there are 130 calories. If you wanted to determine the number of calories for the entire container, you would multiply the number of calories times the number of servings per container. So I would multiply 130 by 5. Looking below those labels, you are able to see the total fat, the cholesterol, sodium, total carbohydrate, and protein values. And you can determine how much of your daily percentage you are eating of these items. And this makes it very easy to know what is going in your body and what is healthy and what amounts you have taken throughout the day. This breakfast meal is a healthy substitution than other breakfast alternatives because you are getting your vegetables, fruits, your dairy, protein, and grains all in one meal, as well as eating eggs, spinach, yogurt, blueberries, avocado, and tomato. Those are all superfoods that are very beneficial to your diet and will help you get through the day with lots of energy. The price for all of these things was the avocado toast was $6.25. The yogurt was $20 and the omelet was $13. And this includes the price for every single thing, like the entire loaf of bread, the entire container of yogurt. So just one simple serving would not be this much.